Can you share the inspiration behind the Give Your Flowers campaign and why Pharma Dynamics actually came up with this concept for October?
Yes. So we just thought that flowers are such a uplifting and such an inspirational symbol. Most people enjoy receiving flowers, and we know that there's also research that shows that it does have a uplifting impact on a person's mood. So for the month of October, every year we try to do a campaign that really sparks a conversation. And the theme of flowers is something that we consistently implement just to drive that awareness and to put a smile on people's face and really start a conversation.
What specific emotions do the flowers in the installation represent, and how do you hope this symbolism will resonate with the public during Mental Health Awareness Month?
Yes. So we've got various indigenous flowers, and we've linked a specific positive and uplifting emotion to each of them. So one of the flowers is to symbolize hope, one symbolizes joy. We've got various positive emotions, and the idea behind it is to get people to stand still for a moment and to consider what do they need more of in their lives, because it's something that we don't often take the time to do. Very often, people will take a chronic condition such as a heart disease, high blood pressure, for example, or an allergy, much more seriously than they do their mental state and their mental well-being. And that can have a detrimental impact if left unattended to for an extended period of time. So the idea is for people to stop and essentially pick what they need in their lives, and also just to scan themselves and consider whether there might be some symptoms, underlying symptoms that they might not have noticed, and also to acknowledge the contribution that they make in life in general, whether it is in a professional capacity, whether it is in their family life or in their friendships, just to give themselves their flowers and acknowledge what it is that they add on a daily basis.
How do you envision the public interacting, or how did you envision the public would interact with the giant flower installation? And what impact do you think that, or do you hope that Pharma Dynamics have brought to individuals during Mental Health Month?
So we had a booth on the installation where we asked people to provide us with a video recording where they actually gave themselves their flowers or acknowledged what it is that they believe is a positive attribute in themselves. And several people also gave advice. Some of the people opened up and spoke about the mental illnesses that they've overcome and that they've been dealing with. And by having these conversations, we hope to destigmatize mental illness. We hope to encourage people who might feel like they aren't in a space where they can speak up and ask for help, to understand that mental illness is a widely spread, well recognized condition, and there's no shame in asking for help. In fact, it takes a lot of courage to say, look, I'm struggling with something and I need assistance. So for us, having those open conversations and publicizing it as widely as possible just creates a space where people feel safe to speak up. And we also know 1 in 6 people in South Africa either suffers from depression, anxiety, or ADHD, and about 23 people commit suicide on a daily basis. So it is a very far-reaching condition, and it's a very important conversation for us to have to make sure that we start to decrease the people who ultimately become a victim of mental illness.
Given the alarming statistics on mental health issues in South Africa, how does Pharma Dynamics plan to continue advocating for mental health awareness beyond this campaign?
So we will continue with our educational campaigns on an annual basis, and this includes activations to start conversations as well as public relations, where we partner with different media channels to talk about mental illness, to make people aware of the symptoms, and to encourage people to speak up and ask for help. Additionally, Pharma Dynamics has an online platform called My Dynamics, And people can reach that on mydynamics.co.za, where we have various different pieces of content that's been approved by qualified healthcare professionals, where people can scan to see whether they have symptoms of a mental condition, and that can then just indicate to them whether it might be a good idea to visit a healthcare professional to make a formal diagnosis. And we also have a wealth of information for caregivers living with people who have mental illness, just to assist them as well in navigating their relationship with that person and in supporting that person as best as possible.